Well, hey y'all, good morning. Today we are going to make an old classic Southern banana pudding gluten-free. And we're going to use the original Nabisco banana pudding recipe that I cut out of Southern Living magazine more years than I can count ago. But you can take these old recipes and adapt them so you can have them. So what I have done, I'm going to use my double boiler. And I have cracked 3 eggs, and I put the egg whites in my official meringue bowl. You know, y'all got your favorite thing to use. This is my meringue bowl. And I have 3 yolks in my the top of my saucepan. I'm going to put that right over that double boiler, and I will move these out of the way before I make a mess. And I'm just going to give these 3 egg yolks just a little mix before I add in the other ingredients. And I had 2 cups of whole milk, or in the South we call it sweet milk because it ain't buttermilk, y'all. So, and I have made this with 2%, and it's okay, but it just works. You use the real thing. So let's get this mixed up pretty good there. And I'm going to use a 1/2 cup of regular white sugar. And then I have 1/3 cup of Bob's Red Mill. Let's see if this is all-purpose baking flour. I just grabbed it out of there. I've made it with brown rice flour. I've made it with that 1-to-1 cup of, you know, just gluten-free, whatever is your favorite. So just give it a whirl, y'all. It's either going to work or it's not. And it's still going to be good. It's still going to be good. So I'm just going to mix this up. Now I already, to save time, we've already talked about that. Let me get that. You go away. I have already put my gluten-free graham crackers, and I'll take a picture of this box. I can't say this word, y'all. Connect. I don't know, but anyway, they're very good, and I just happened onto them. Now this is my husband's absolute very favorite thing for dessert in the entire world, other than lemon icebox pie and a Cheerio cream pie and a chocolate pie. But this wins his heart every time. And occasionally I want some of it too. So I have made this without any wafers at all. It's still good, y'all. I mean, the wafers make it good, but it's one of those things. If you don't have wafers, it's no big whoop, y'all. Don't sweat the small stuff. Now, I'm going to stop stirring this just for a minute, and I'm going to tell you, if you do not have a double boiler, never fear. Hey, hang on a minute, y'all. We got to put just a pinch of salt in there. There we go. Salt makes everything sweeter, doesn't it? Okay, now at the cabin, I do not have a double boiler, but I have made do. Don't laugh, y'all. I just took my big old pot that I cooked. None of this is hot over here. That I cooked my spaghetti noodles and stuff in, and a glass bowl. It falls to the bottom, but I have shimmed it using clothespins. And I've done this at the cabin. I think we made 7-minute frosting and used a big Dutch oven and a bowl and clothespins. But whenever you're using a double boiler, hang on a minute, y'all, let me check this out. When you're using a double boiler, you do not want the bottom of your pot or your bowl, whatever you're using, to touch the water when you're making this custard. You know, you can size, let's see if I can do this without making a big old mess. Okay, so if you put the rim of your double boiler to the edge, you can see how much water you can have in there. I've got an 1.5 inches or so. And I'm cooking this on a medium. And it's one of those things, y'all, you just play with it. Let me tell you what the Nabisco people say. And I'll take a photograph of this. I tore this out of that magazine, and I've used it forever. And used to, when I was younger, I could see it without squinting. Does that happen to y'all? And I don't know where my spectaculars are. But the original recipe is, and I'll type it at the top, so don't worry about writing it down. You're going to use 3/4 cup of sugar divided, and you're going to use part of that in your custard and part of it in your meringue. And let's see, a third a cup of all-purpose flour. Of course, we use gluten-free, and a dash of salt. And 3 eggs separated. And so, you know, we put the yolks in here, and the whites are in the meringue bowl. And then, let's see, and you're gonna bring this, stir in the egg yolks and milk, and cook this over boiling water until thickened, about 10 minutes, and then stir in vanilla. I'm not gonna make y'all stand there and watch me do this for 10 minutes. I think that's torture for y'all. And then we're gonna spread half of the custard in the, this says a 1.5 quart casserole, but just get your favorite bowl out. It needs to be oven safe because you're gonna wanna put this in the oven after you get your meringue on it for about 20 minutes at 350. So your dish needs to be oven safe, unless you wanna use whipped cream. And then you, of course, you would let the let this custard cool completely, and then you could add your cool whipped cream to it. And I have already, to save time, I've already put a layer of vanilla wafers, and I've cut up 2 bananas down here. And it's kind of like making lasagna, y'all. You just, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to measure everything out perfect when you're stacking this stuff. All bananas are a different size. These just happen to be, I picked up 4. These are pretty big boys here. So if you had smaller bananas, you would buy more bananas. It's also good without any bananas in it also. Now, I'm going to turn this up now a little bit. I'm going to put it on about a 7. Now, it's the very best time to eat this, to me, is straight out of the oven after it cools so you don't burn your mouth, you know. But I like it when it's warm. Some people like cold banana pudding, and some people like warm banana pudding. I'm in the warm camp, and it's just pretty doggone good that way. Now, I've tried different ways to keep the bananas from turning brown, and I have not been successful in any of those. You know, you see some things, and they'll tell you to cut the seeds out and throw those away. Oh, I tried that, and that didn't work. I've tried the lemon juice, and I didn't care for that. And basically, y'all, you just need to eat it up. You don't wait until the 3rd day and then wonder why it's not any good. Just make it and eat it. Dr. Kimmy's advice, just make it and eat it, y'all. Okay, I'm going to turn y'all off and quit the yapping. And we'll get back together when this is thickened. And I'll show you what it looks like. So, see you back in a minute. Alrighty, y'all, it's been about 5 minutes or so. And I'm still using this little whisk thing. But I can feel it's getting a little bit thick on the bottom, and you can tell on the sides. And so I'm going to pop this in the sink, and I'm going to get my heat-resistant spatula. Hang on just a second. And I did turn this back down to, got it on a 6. And so, yeah, I'm glad I did that because you can really see that it's starting to really get thickened up. But it's not sticking to the spoon yet like I want it to. And I actually looked it up because I love the history of foods. And the pudding, of course, you know, this custard recipe's been around forever. But 1800s, you know, they you had banana imports, but whenever the Nabisco company, it was a German gentleman that came up with the vanilla pudding recipe and technique, and he sold that to Nabisco, and Nabisco paired it with the banana pudding, and it's been a happy marriage ever since. They go together like peas and carrots, like cornbread and buttermilk. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is getting thick. I'm going to turn this off and take it off of the heat. And you can see how thick that is, y'all? And you can run your finger down it and see how it, oh, whoa, that's hot. Wow. Hang on a minute. I'm going to go wash my finger. And I'm going to get this hot water poured down in that drain. It'll help clean the drain out, y'all. Waste not, want not. Yow, that was hot. Alrighty. That's off. I'm going to bring my dish over here. I don't know if I told y'all why the original, most scientific reason why I use this Corningware dish every single time is because it's the one that has the lid. there's nothing special about this size or anything like that. You can put it in any old dish. Okay, now I'm gonna pour about half of this, and I'm just gonna spread her around. Cover up all those bananas. Okay. Set this on this cool burner over here, and I'm gonna put another banana on top. Now, you know, in the South, and I'm sure other places too, I always talk about the South because I've never lived anywhere else. But you go to a potluck or anything like that, and there's gonna be a banana pudding there. Sometimes it's gonna be a homemade banana pudding like this, and sometimes it's gonna be the one that's made with vanilla pudding, and it's cold with a whipped cream or Cool Whip on top of it. And both are a welcome sight, because everybody, you say, I brought a banana pudding, it's like, oh boy, we know what that is, and we like things we can recognize, don't we? Absolutely. Alrighty. I'm going to cut this other one real quick, and you could do it in long slices if you want to, but you just want one in every bite needs a hunk of banana in it. You lay down there. I appreciate the messages that y'all have sent me. Mother is out of the hospital, and she stayed this time Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 7 days in the hospital. But she's home and she's percolating better, and I'm trying to get rested up. But we appreciate y'all more than you know. And I'm sorry I was MIA, but I tell you what, you got something going on like that, my brain doesn't. It quits working. I think it misfires when you're concentrating on something special like that. Alrighty. There we go. That is all she wrote. Put this around here. A little bit like that. Not going to make the mistake of touching it again because I need some aloe vera on that finger right there. Alrighty, y'all. I'm going to get my meringue over here, and then we'll whip up some meringue. So I'll see you back in just a minute. Alrighty, y'all, we're going to whip up this meringue. Now, I have the 3 whites in my official meringue bowl. You can do it whatever you want to, but I love this bowl, and it's all I ever made my meringue in for. How long have I had this? 43 years, I think. So, this meringue recipe is from Tammy at Collard Valley Cooks, and we're going to try it out. I love Tammy. Everything she does, I wish I was her neighbor and we were friends. And she put the meringue I was watching her make, she used 4 eggs, and I have 3. And so I'm not going to alter the measurements on this stuff, but she added 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. Now, this cornstarch is gluten-free, and it says it right there. So I'm not breaking my own rule. So I'm going to use 2 teaspoons in this ½ cup of white sugar right here. So that's 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. And Tammy said that this extra little cornstarch will soak up any of the moisture in the water that's in the eggs. So, because whenever it gets weepy, it's kind of what it does, doesn't it? Alrighty. So on this cream of tartar, now this is acidic, and you could, let's say I'm going to use a ½ teaspoon. You could use just a dash of lemon juice, but I've got this, so we'll just do that because I don't have any fresh lemons right now. And let me tell y'all something that I do more than not, because I've told y'all the only thing I do consistently is I don't do anything consistently. Do you know how many times I have forgotten to put the vanilla in my custard when I'm making it? More times than you like Carter's got little liver pills. That's about how many times. I just forget it, y'all. I do every time. I don't know what's up with that. But you know what? It's always okay. You don't ever have to throw it out. So this is all mixed up pretty well. And I'm not going to use that big KitchenAid mixer. I like to use my my little hand mixer when I'm doing meringue, mostly because it hurts my back to get that big KitchenAid out from down there. But I'm going to beat this on high until it's frothy. and then we'll get back together and we'll add our sugar mixture a little at a time. So see y'all back in just a little bit. All right, y'all, this is frothy. Let me come over there and show you what I'm talking about. You get a clean spoon. And see, it's just kind of frothy. So now I'm going to start adding my my sugar to it. And I'm not going to dump it all in there. I'm just going to add it a little at a time. Just like that. And I'm going to beat this until stiff peaks form. Y'all hold that for me. I'm going to turn y'all off and we'll be back in just a second. Okay, y'all, we are at soft peaks now. Whenever you raise up your beater, the little peaks don't stay straight up. They fall over a little bit. Now, this is usually where I add the vanilla that I forgot to put in there. It's fine. It works every time. And I'm going to add about a teaspoon or so. There we go. And that vanilla that we made together at the cabin is almost ready for us to sample. Is that February when we did that together, y'all? And when you're making meringue, you want to make sure the bowl you're using is completely grease-free. Absolutely none at all. And okay, this is very important. I gotta turn this off. Your bowl needs to be very, very clean. It does not have not one iota of grease in it. Your beaters need to be exactly the same way. Clean as clean can be. And you want a container like this, for me, that's more straight up and tall. That way it can climb, it can add air. I have made it in regular bowls and it's fine, but this is the official meringue bowl right here. And I like to reach down in there to the bottom and just push more air down in there. It's just more fun to me doing it like this than doing it with that KitchenAid. But whatever works, right? Okay, let's see how it looks now. All right. Let me show y'all. See how they are? Let me come over there. I wish y'all was here. I'll drag up a bar stool. See how they stay straight up? There we go. Alrighty. Now, we're going to put this on our pudding. Let me get a clean spatula. And if it does not stand up perky, it's fine, y'all. It's gonna taste wonderful anyway. Now, I know somebody, okay, some people call this calf slobbers. And I just can't hardly, that just, I want that to break. We don't call that around here, but it's kind of funny. But you want to seal this all the way around to the edge. You don't want to have any air pockets. So just push it around. Get it all the way to the edge. Get in there. My mama has always made the most beautiful meringue. And I tell you, my Mama Evans, y'all, She can make meringue with a fork. She was absolutely fascinating. Absolutely. I had done that, and I can't get it near as pretty as hers, but I figure she had a lot more practice at it than I. Okay. And one thing I like to use is my offset butter knife for things. And let's see, there we go. It's great for icing cakes. And you can just, do your little swirls, ever how you like to do it. Some people pat it. It just does not matter. Y'all, it's just fun. I just love meringue. Okay, let's see. Okay, now we have our oven set to 350. I'm going to pop it in there, and then we'll get back together whenever it comes out. Let me show you what it looks like now before I put it in there. Let me see if we can get a decent picture shot of it. See how it looks before we go in. See, I've sealed it all the way around the edge without dumping it on the floor. Yep, see? Okay. Put this in the oven 15-20 minutes until it gets the perfect color. Don't go outside and weed, y'all. You gotta stay in the house when you're doing stuff like this. So, see y'all back in just a little bit. All right, y'all. It is out of the oven and obviously cool enough to touch. And those peaks, I wish you could see this in real life. How pretty that is. Now, I put the gluten-free vanilla wafers. I was editing that video a while ago, and I misspoke and called them graham crackers. That might be delicious. I don't know if it would be or not. But anyway, let's get to getting. Let's get us a little serving here. Foghorn, you move your honey there. So, if you were, one thing that'd be cute, if you're going to have a little garden party or get together, and if you made this in a more shallow dish, you could spoon it into some little punch cups. But we're not gardening partying today. We're just going to have some. So let's just scoop us down in there. Get us a little bite. Yum. Yum. Woohoo. Y'all, that's going to be so good. And you know what? When I get through with this, I'm going to go push mow my yard and work these calories off. Let's get us a little bite and see what we think. Look at there. Woohoo. Lighting's terrible, y'all. Y'all, woo. That is some kind of larapin. This is really good. Y'all, today is Independence Day here in America. In my humble opinion, the greatest country God ever invented. Going through some rough times right now. It won't always be rough. We've gone through worse, and we can get through this too with His grace. So, y'all go make you some banana pudding, and I'll see y'all next time. And y'all be safe with the firecrackers, y'all. Okay, getting off that soapbox. I'll see y'all next time. Have a good day. Bye-bye. You want some pudding?
Yes.
This is good.